Thank you and welcome. My name is Kenny. We'll be making this lovable skirt as you've seen right here. This skirt was designed by me with so many people in mind because in crocheting we have different levels and different skills. This one will be a lot easier for anyone to carry on two different color yarns at the same time to make the arts as you see right here. We'll be making the front panel and the back panel, then sew them together. Once you finish making the two panels and sewing them together, we'll make the waistband and join and attach it to the skirt. You'll be using two different kinds of two contrasting colors of yarn at the same time, so it makes it easier for anyone that are new beginners, they want to challenge themselves, or intermediate level in crocheting. And that is it. You're good to go. You can wear your skirt anywhere you want to go. All right. So all you need are those crochet materials. So gather your crochet materials and let's go on a crochet journey. Measure around the waist and the widest part of the hip, and also the length of the skirt. We're creating the first panel. Make a slip knot. We'll be using half the measurement of the widest part of the hip. For this sample, we're chaining 70. If you like anything here on Hands That Rock Crochet, feel free to press the subscribe button if you haven't done so. And if you're returning subscribers, fantastic. We love having you here. Thank you so much. If you want a smaller size, make a smaller chain stitches, and if you want a larger size, make a larger chain stitches. For the first row, we yarn over, we go into the back hump of the second chain stitches. Yarn over and pull through. We have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2 to make 1 double crochet. Yarn over, we have 2 loops on the hook. Into the next back hump of your chain stitch, pass your hook through, yarn over, pull through. We have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 to make a second double crochet. Carry on making 1 double crochets into each chain stitch for the first row. Remember to hang in there. Learning something new is not the end, but it's only the beginning. Once you keep at it, you will get better and better at it. So, well done. And that's how it's looking so far. Coming towards the end of the first row, make 1 double crochet into the next chain space, yarn over, go into the next and make 1 double crochet. And this is how the first row will be looking like. Turn, chain 1, yarn over into the first double crochet with your hook through and make 1 double crochet. Yarn over. From now on we'll be making back post double crochet. Go around from the back to the front of the next double crochet, just like so. Yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on the hook. Pull through 2 and pull through 2. You are going around each of the pole of double crochet from the back to the front. This is how to make back double crochets. Let's do that again. Yarn over, pass your hook from the back, not as we normally do the regular double crochet, but from the back. You're walking around the leg or the pole of your double crochet. Go round through to the back, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Carry on making 1 back post double crochet till you get to your last double crochet. This is how it will be looking. That's the back of the panel and the front. Yarn over from the back to the front to the back, pull through 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2 and pull through 2. Coming towards the end of the second row, row 2. For your very last double crochet, yarn over and go directly to the top of your double crochet. Pull through to make a regular double crochet. Row 2 completed. Well done. For row 3, we turn, yarn over the hook, pull through to make 1 chain stitch, yarn over 2 loops on the hook, go into the first stitch, pull through. You have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2 and yarn over, pull through 2 to make 1 double crochet. From now on we'll be making front post double crochet, meaning we pass a hook from the front around the post of our double crochet to the back and then back to the front. Pull through. We have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. This is how we'll make our front post double crochet. Go through from the front to the back, out to the other side and looping the yarn and coming out through to make your double crochet. One more time from the front to the back and out to the front. Pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And this is how it's looking so far. The back will have ridges going across and the front will be flatter. So let's carry on till the last double crochet. Make a front post, double crochet, yarn over, front post, double crochet, yarn over into the top of the last double crochet, make 1 double crochet. When you make 1 normal double crochet at the beginning and at the end, it gives a neater, straighter edging. Row 3 completed. Well done. So we carry on repeating this pattern for row 4 and row 5. So for row 4, you repeat what we did in row 2. And for row 5, you repeat what we did in row 3. So we yarn over, we make back post for row 4. And row 5, you guess it, you're going to make front post, double crochet. See you in row 6. Row 6 is where we are going to be forming the heart shape. Let's count. We've done 5 rows. So we can see the widest part of the first heart is 23 stitches. The next one 19. The one after that 17, 15. And the last one is 9. It's too wide to show you on the camera here. Okay, so we'll make 1 normal double crochet, yarn over, make a back post double crochet. Carry on making your back post double crochet for about 22 stitches, 20 stitches. That's about 5 inches into row 6. And then we'll be forming the very first part of the heart. So using color B, we'll be forming the heart. Drop color A, making sure that it's lying in front of you where the panel has the ridges in front of you. Loop color B and pass through. That's it. Don't worry, it's secured enough. Use color B. Go around color A to secure and carry along color A as you crochet along and loop through. You have 2 loops of your color B, which is red color, on your hook. Make back post, double crochet. We have 3 loops on our hook, pull through 2. Now drop color B and pick up your first color and pull through. You've made 1 of your double crochet for your heart. Carry on working with your first color A yarn, making back post, double crochet. Carry on till the end of row 6. This is how it's looking so far. The color is popping. Carry on till the end and turn. Keep on using color A till you get close to where you will change to for color B. That's the tip right there. When you're placing your yarn, make sure that they do not tangle. Okay, we're coming to the next level of our heart shape. So we'll be making 3. The first one will make 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and you carry on. It increases by 2, 1 on either side of your heart till you get to the widest part of your heart. So loop through your color B yarn, pass your hook around both legs of your yarn to carry on your color A as you walk along as well. We have 2 loops on the hook. Go round the front post. You have 3 loops on the hook. Pull through 2. We yarn over, making sure that you loop around the color A to carry it along. Make another front post, double crochet, loop around color A to complete your second, and then make your third front post, double crochet with color A. To complete your third, pull through with color A and carry on down the length for row 7. When you get to the end of this row, you turn your work, making sure you do not tangle the yarns, and then we'll begin when we're close to making the heart again. This is how the back is looking so far. That's it. So carry on with color A. We're coming to making the next leg or the next part of our heart shape. 1 stitch before your previous row of color B, you loop to complete with color B, which is the red yarn. Loop through. We have 2 loops on the hook, and we'll be making back post double crochet. We have 2 loops on the hook. Loop around your color A to complete. We've made 1 of the 5 double crochets for this row. So carry on with color B. We've done 4. one more with color B. Drop color B and pick up your first color A and complete that stitch. With color A, carry on down the length. When you get to the end of this row, you turn your work and carry on using color A till you're one stitch closer to where we're making our heart using color B. You can make your heart shape as wide or as tall as you want it to be. With this type of heart shape, it's easier for you to adapt your size. So once you follow through how to make your first heart shape, you're good to go to make the other 4 hearts. Well, let's carry on together. For this row, we are going to be making 7 double crochets using our color B. Don't forget, as you're going along, wrap it round your color A. It's easier, so you don't have to cut your yarn and keep tying. But if you find it easier to cut and to tie, you can also use that method. You can have 4 or 3 types or amount of yarn at the same time and tie on either side if that's the method you prefer. We'll be making 1 more double crochet with color B before we change back to color A yarn. So I'm pretty sure this is simple enough to follow. You keep growing the size of your heart shape. Right now we've done 7 with the red, so we carry on together, and I'll allow you just to watch and see, count to make sure you have the right number of stitches as you go along. So turn and then we'll begin again. Happy crocheting. Complete your heart with color A. Carry on down the length with color A. This is how it's looking so far. And turn once you get to the end of this row. Keep using color A till we get to where we need to make our, and use our color B. You can pre-adapt this heart pattern for any project you feel like making. You can use it to make blankets. You can make scarves, cowls, hats, bags, you name it. Anything that you want to make a pattern like this. It can be any shape that you feel like using, like maybe star or a circle. What you need is to use a graph paper to draw out your shape, and then you follow the pattern through. Well, if you like more details of how to crochet using charts, leave a comment and we're sure to get back to you on that. Even if it's one person that have a request, there's no request that is too big or too small. We will try our best to get back to you on that. This is why we have this channel. This channel is not just for one person, it's for every one of us to help each other to crochet and to use our God-given skills and talents. So let's be creative together. Well done. Carry on making your heart shape as wide as you want it to be. Remember, the first heart shape is 23 stitches wide, and the widest part of it in the middle is 23 double crochets. It's getting wider. And this is how it's looking in the front. So let's speed it up now. We're making our front post double crochets using color B. Don't forget to loop around color A to carry your yarn to the other side. And if you forget to loop around your color A yarn, it's not the end of the world, because it's going to be inside your skirt anyway. Nobody will know except you and maybe God. So just carry on. And one more increase on that side. Complete with color A. carry on for this row and turn. That's it, it's getting bigger and wider. With this skirt design, we're crocheting from the bottom of the panel all the way to the top. We'll make our first panel and then make the second panel, sew them together to make the skirt. For the first panel, start forming your crochet heart shapes 5 inches from the beginning row. For the second panel, crochet your heart shapes 5 inches before the end of the row. When you put the 2 panels together and sew them together, they will form a mirror image. So we turn to the other side, still carry on. Feel free to pause the video, skip or rewind as you see fit, depending on your skill and if you're comfortable to carry on with the project. So turn. Now we attach our yarn bead, the red yarn, go around the post, make a back post, double crochet, change your yarn color, pick up color A and carry on to the end, turn and come till you're around your heart shape. as wide, and count to make sure you're happy with how wide your heart shape is. So when we turn and we get to the other side, once we are happy enough, we are not going to increase this time around because we've got 23 double crochets using color B. So we're gonna go on top of our 23 and just make 23 double crochets using color B. So you're shaping your heart shape from a triangular base, and the middle part will be a block of 3 rows, and then we'll form the 2 loops on top. So this row will count as our second row of the block of 23 double crochets. Now for your heart shape, if you want it longer, you carry on repeating the middle part, which for this will be 23. You carry on doing using color B. When you get to the middle, you make 23 using color B for as tall as you want your heart shape to be, and then we begin to decrease. Now that's how it's looking on both sides. Carry on. Using a yarn marker here just to help. For me, I'm okay without a yarn marker, but just to help to know where the middle is for some people. So on either side of the marker, you're going to have 11 stitches, and in the middle you put your yarn marker in the middle. For this row, we'll start with our color B yarn on top of the last row where we started our color B, and we'll carry on till we get to the middle where we have the yarn marker. So we're coming to the yarn marker. If you want your heart shape to be short and fat, you can start introducing your color A for the middle where we have the yarn marker. But for this pattern, we're going to go all the way around. We'll still make our 23 double crochets using color B, making sure that we're carrying over color A yarn. One more with color B and change your yarn by picking up color A. Loop through to complete your heart shape for this row, and then carry on with color A. When you get to the end of the row, each row, remember the last and the first stitches, you make your normal double crochets, and when the front of the design is facing you, you make front post double crochets in between, and at the back you make back post double crochet in between those normal double crochets. So the last stitch we yarn over and we'll make one normal double crochet. Wow, that is beautiful. Hope yours is looking good as well. So we've chained one, we'll make one double crochet, and we'll make back post double crochet. Now with this row, this is where we begin to decrease in the middle, and we begin to shape the heart shape. So follow along. Drop color A yarn and pick up color B yarn. We're going to be making back post double crochets till we get to the middle where we have our yarn marker. So let's speed it up now. So we're coming to the middle where we have the yarn marker. That's the yarn marker. So we drop color B and pick up color A, loop through to complete. And for that middle where we have the yarn marker, we're going to be using our color A just to make one double crochet, one back post double crochet. You have 2 loops of color A on the hook. Pull through using color B to complete, and drop your color A. Carry on making your heart shape with color A. Now when you're making your heart shape, do not worry if you miss one stitch of color change or the other, because there are 1001 different shapes of heart shapes. Some are irregular, some are asymmetrical, and so don't be too religious about it. Don't be too religious about it. So you can see the middle where we're trying to separate the top of it. Now when we're starting on this end, we're going to be reducing. So the very first, where we have the color change for the previous row, we're going to carry on and make one extra with color A. Carry on using your color B, which is the red yarn in this case, and when you have one stitch before the middle where we'll make one front post double crochet, this time around we're going to be making one on either side with color A. So we will have 3. Yarn over to complete with color A and go around the front post below and make one front post double crochet using color A. Around the next, make one front post double crochet with color A, and one more time with color A, one front post double crochet. Complete with your color B yarn, the red yarn. This is a well detailed heart pattern that it helps people to master the front post and the back post crochet stitches. And for the last one, we change our color to color A. Drop your color B yarn and make your front post double crochet. Complete this row and turn. So we're decreasing the color B now, and we made one extra with color A from the previous row. And when we get to the center, you guess it, we're going to add one of the color A on either side to have 5 color A's in the middle. And that's how it's looking at the front side of the work. When you are making front post and back post crochets, it makes your work to curl at the edges or to roll at the edges. So if you want, you can always block your work before you attach them together, or you can block after, either way. Or if you're free and liberal, you can always leave it like that. It's up to you how you want your work to look like. So now we've changed the yarn color and we're making 1 double crochet back post. We'll make another back post double crochet using color A as the second one, and there's the third, fourth back post double crochet with color A, and the fifth back post double crochet using color A for the middle. Complete with your red color or your color B yarn and carry on. With the last color B from the previous row, we're going to be changing it to color A yarn to reduce that side. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do it to the other side. And that's it, you can see it. Well done. Well, this will be the top part of the heart shape, and in the middle we're going to have 7 front post double crochets with color A. So for the recap, we have 1, 3, 5, and 7 color A in the middle for the top part of our heart shape. That's it, the heart is fully completed now. So into the very last, we'll make 1 normal double crochet. This is how it's looking. Well done. Turn, making sure that you don't tangle your yarn. Snip the red color, and for this row we'll just use our color A and make 1 double crochet into the very first, and in between we'll make 1 back post double crochets all the way to the very last, where we'll make 1 normal double crochet. This is the line that will separate each heart as we go up the skirt. Carry on the length. I suggest you weave your yarn tail as you go along. It makes it easier, or you can always weave it in at the very end. It's up to you. So we turn with the right side of the panel facing us, we're going to start front post double crochet, and we're getting to the middle, which is the center of the previous heart shape we've made. You can have your yarn marker in place if you want to, just like so. And guess what we'll be doing? Here, we're going to bring in our color bee. Now, it depends on you how you want your skirt to look like. If you want, you can use different colors for each of your heart shape, but I like it to be this simple but deliciously detailed as well. So, hence, we'll be using the red yarn. In the middle, we'll make one front post double crochet using color B, complete with color A, and carry on down this row. We turn our work and we'll begin what we did previously before, increasing. This time around, we're going to increase up to 21 stitches in the middle. So you carry on, you make your second heart, third, fourth heart shape. So now we're on the fifth, the smallest heart shape. With this, we only increase up until 9, and then with the 2 rows of the 9, increase in the middle, and we start decreasing in the middle again, just like so. Well done. Would like to see any of your crochet projects, crochet work that you've done. You can always hashtag ants.rockcrochet, hashtag on YouTube or on Instagram, and you can even leave your photos on our Facebook page, and we'll be glad to see your handiwork and your version or your interpretation of this beautiful, lovable skirt. We're very sure as you're falling in love with this pattern and this skirt, many people would also admire your handiwork. See, we turn. We do one more and then we change our yarn. Pick up color B. So we're going to make 3 back post double crochet using color A. So that's it, we've completed the very last heart shape, and make one front post row, turn over and make another back post row, just using your color A, your main color. Well done. That's it. That is your first panel. Make a second panel, making sure that your heart shape is on the other side when you're making it. Now we turn the right side inside and the wrong side outside. Guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna sew the panels together. Yeah. When we're sewing the panels together, we're gonna sew the sides where we don't have the heart patterns. We sew them and leave a bit of slit at the bottom, and the other side we sew completely short. Use any method that you're comfortable with to seam your two panels together, and you can follow this method if you want. It's just a single crochet method. We're so proud of you for staying this far and making your crochet skirts. You can use your crochet hook to seam together, or if you prefer, you can use a sewing needle, a knitter's needle, the one with the big eye needle, to seam the two panels together. This is how it will be looking on the wrong side of the skirt. When you put your panels together to sew your panels, make sure that your hearts are on the right side together, as you can see on the screen. For the crochet skirt, the lovable skirt, you can decide just to make one panel with the hearts, and the back side or the other side you leave it plain. The choice is yours. So this is it. We've left a few inches at the bottom for the slit, and what we're doing now is just going round with single crochets just to knit up the edging. Just one single crochet. If you want, you can make 2 or 3 single crochets. It's up to you, but for me, one is enough. As you're going along, any yarn tail, you can weave them in as you're going along. The previous yarn tails that we had before when we started the panels. Or you can weave them in at the end. Again, it's up to you. You've come this far to make your lovable skirt, so it's good to just add 1 or 2 finishing touches to your skirt. That's how it will be looking. Remember, when we are making the single crochets round the bottom of the skirt, you need to turn your skirt to the right side. So the right side is facing us right now as we are knitting up the edges at the bottom of the skirt. Keep going round the bottom of the skirt with single crochet. And carry on to the corner. When we get to the corner there, we just make 3 single crochets for turning. And that's it. Carry on all the way around. And slip stitch at the end. Snip and add your yarn. Make your waistband. Follow the tutorials here or the previous tutorial. Check the length of your skirt, and it's a little bit wider at the top than would like it to be, so we'll be using 3mm crochet hook, and we'll be making front post single crochets into the first and second, around the first and second front post double crochets. We skip 1 stitch. Around the next, make front post single crochet. Around the next after that, front post single crochet, skip 1 stitch, and so on all the way round. Make sure that you're working with the right sides facing you. This will reduce the size of the waist and make it easier to attach the waistband. If you want another option, you can decide not to attach the waistband, just carry on reducing the top of the skirt. That's one option, and add a belt to it. You can decide just to add an elastic band to it, or you can follow us through and attach the waistband. We've made the waistband a few days ago, so we might as well use it for the skirt, isn't it? What do you think? I think it's a good idea. So, but either way, the skirt looks fine with or without the waistband. That's it. Front post, single crochet, front post, single crochet, skip, and around you carry on. Let's speed it up. Now check to make sure that you're happy or not so happy with the size of your once you're happy with the size, if you're not happy, you can carry on reducing till you're happy. Now what we do now is we're going to turn the skirt inside out, meaning the wrong side facing up, facing you. We're going to be attaching the waistband to the top of our skirt using the 3mm crochet hook, and we'll be attaching it with a single crochet method or any method that you like. So go all the way around attaching your waistband to the top of the skirt. To make it easier for some, we can use the yarn marker to clip the waistband to the top of the skirt, so it's secured in place, and all we just need to concentrate on is sewing the two together with a single crochet method. This is how it's looking on the wrong side so far. When we peep and look through the right side, yeah, it's sewing it together and it's seaming nicely. So let's carry on. At the side, make your final single crochet and tie to secure with a knot. Snip and hide your yarn tail, or weave in your yarn tail, just like so. Weave your color A into your color A when you're weaving your yarn tail, and your color B into your color B, and tie a knot to secure it very well. That's it, we're nearly done. Well done, we're nearly done, yeah. Snip, snip. That's it, front side facing us. You're good to go if you want to go like that, but that's it. Look at the lovely heart shape we make. But we can add one more extra, which is to make chain stitches for the belt. Chain stitches belt. To make the belt, use 3mm crochet hook. This will give you a much firm, tight, secure belt. Don't use 4 or 5mm crochet hook, please. I think it's better to use the 3mm crochet hook and chain, 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 chain as long as you want your chain belt to be. See how it is? It's almost rope-like. Is there ropey or rope? It's like rope. So it's steadier for the belt. You don't need any fancy belt for this, because the belt will be so subtle. If you don't tell people, nobody will notice that you have a belt there. Make sure as you're making your chain stitches that they are not loose chain stitches. Make it tight. If you make loose chain stitches like this, first 3 chain stitches here, it's so easy that it gets floppy, and you know what happens with crochets that happens with crochet projects after a while. So let's take that down. Make it as tight as you can with your chain stitches, just like so. And once you're happy, snip, and that's it. All we have to do is just pass the locate the middle of the center of your skirt again, the center, not the arc, but the center of the skirt. Pass your chain belt through the big high needle if you're using a needle, and go to the very edge, the top of your skirt now, the waistband, and just pull it through. Personally, I think using the needle, it's a lot faster to pass the belt through, but we all know how it happens, how it works in crochet world. If you do not have a big iron needle at hand and you only have your crochet, you can still pass it through. Just follow this method. A little bit slower, but you will get there. So just go one at a time, in and out, front back, and loop it to the very edge of your waistband. And once you're done looping it to the edge of the waistband and the bolt in the center, the tail of your crochet belt, you can tie it. And when you wear your skirt, you can tie to make it much more secured and put the belt inside. Nobody will know that you even have the belt if you don't want them to know, or you can hang it out. It's up to you. I'm so glad we could join together and make this crochet project. Carry on and wear your skirt. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in and staying to the end of this tutorial. We hope you have a pleasant journey in life. We hope to see you soon here on Ask That Raw Crochet. Till then, take care and God bless you. Bye-bye. Bye from my boy. Bye.